Okay, so we have two sections to complete yet. They're all the same topic. Normally they're split up over 2 days, but we're doing it all today. So, completing the square. So far we've learned 2 ways to solve the solutions. Okay. Today we're going to learn a third. So we have factoring, square rooting, and now we're going to learn how to complete the square. Okay, completing the square looks a lot harder than it is, but you've got to just get the system down and practice it. And having the steps side by side when you're doing this with the practice, have these steps side by side, so it's very easy to do. Okay. It is a step-by-step procedure. And once you get used to it, it's not that bad. You just got to practice it over and over. Okay. So first off, you got to be sure the coefficient of the highest power is 1. So this has to be 1. There cannot be a number higher than 1. X squared has got to be by itself. Okay? So in that case, we're good to go. Now, move the constant term to the right-hand side. This is the constant. So we're going to move this over here by minusing 20. So we're going to have x squared plus 8x. We're going to leave a space here equals negative 15. Okay? Now, prepare to add the needed value to create the perfect square trinomial. Now, this is a very easy step here. And it's kind of down here on number 4. To find the value for the perfect square trinomial, take half the coefficient of the middle term. So, half of 8, right, is going to be 4. Okay? So, we're going to say, we're going to put it in square form, x plus 4 equals negative 15. Okay? Now, when we do this, though, what is 4 squared? 16. Since we add 16 to this side, we also need to add 16 to that side. Which gives us x plus 4 squared equals 1. Now, like we've just done, this is what we were just practicing, we're going to take the square root of both sides. So x plus 4 equals plus or minus 1. We're going to subtract 4, so x plus 4 equals positive 1, and x plus 4 equals negative 1. Now we just subtract 4. So x is negative 3, and x is negative 5. Those are our 2 answers. What?
Why the 2?
Why the 2? Because we're square rooting. There's always 2 answers.
Oh, okay.
But in the really easier ones, it was like plus or minus 5, plus or minus 7. When we get in these more complicated ones, we're going to end up with 2 separate answers. Make sense? Okay. Okay, so we're just going to practice this step by step. First step, move the 10 over. Right? So we're like x squared plus 8x. leave the space, I would physically write a line, equals -7. Now, make your parentheses squared equals -7. Just write that. If you get in this habit, it's very easy to do this. Now we're going to make a binomial here. It's going to be x. Since this is a positive, we're going to make it positive. What's half of 8? 4. 4 squared is 16. So if we add 16 there, we add 16 there. So we end up with x plus 4 squared equals 16 minus 7, which is 9.
Mm-hmm.
And now we square root both sides. That cancels. We end up with x plus 4 equals plus or minus 3. And now we're going to break it off in those two separate problems. X plus 4 equals positive 3, and x plus 4 equals negative 3. To get x by itself, we're going to subtract 4. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7. And those are our two answers. Negative 1 and negative 7.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't get all this copied down. How's that homework out for you? I know. So your bag, you won't know you're getting text messages. Okay. Do another one. First step is to what? Move it over. So we write x squared plus 6x. We'll leave a space. Equals 12 minus 5 is 7. We're going to write squared equals 7. Okay? A binomial equals 7. What's half of 6?
3.
So we put plus 3. I put this arrow here, at least in the notes, to remind myself what I'm doing. I'm going to square it. See, I'm going past that squared, so I'm going to put plus 9 here. I'm going to put plus 9 here, plus 9 here. So, x plus 3 squared equals 16. Now to get it by itself, just simply square root both sides.
Why is it always 7?
Just random coincidence this time.
Oh.
Let's see what the next one is. So, x plus 3 equals plus and minus 4. So we're going to do it twice. X plus 3 equals positive 4. X plus 3 equals negative 4. Subtract 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. Subtract 3. X is negative 7. Almost the same answer as the previous one. Except we got a positive one instead of a negative one. You'll be happy to know, occasion we're not going to have 7 on the next one.
Oh, you said
You told me how to say it. I said it. We got that? Okay. Let's try this one. First step. Move it over. Okay? If you want to show minus 6, whatever. So we write n squared minus 6n. Notice we have a little bit different here. We have a subtraction this time. We're going to leave a space equals negative 2. Sorry, negative 8. Yeah. Not again. Negative 8. Negative 2 minus 6, negative 8. Okay, now we put squared equals negative 8. We're going to write a simple binomial. What's half of negative 6? Negative 3. So we write negative 3 this time. The previous three examples have all been positive. This one's negative, so it's negative. But when we square a negative, we still get a positive number, right? 3 squared is 9. Plus 9, plus 9. So we end up with x minus 3 squared equals 1. 9 minus 8 is 1. Simply square root both sides. Cancels. X minus 3 equals plus and minus 1. So we write x minus 3 equals positive 1, and x minus 3 equals negative 1. Add 3. X is 4. Add 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. There's our two answers. You want the fourth example, or do you just want to get into your practice?